a vast rural landscape at dusk, with dense forests surrounding small wooden houses on a quiet country road. The sky is painted in fading orange hues, casting long, eerie shadows across the landscape. The stillness of the forest feels unsettling, foreshadowing something ominous. The air is thick with isolation, and the fading daylight gives the entire scene a mysterious, haunting vibe. Two boys holding flashlights walk cautiously into a dark, dense forest. The tall trees loom overhead, their branches interlocking to create an almost tunnel-like effect. The boys' flashlights cast weak beams that struggle to illuminate the thick underbrush. A large Great Dane walks beside them, its body moving cautiously through the shadows. The atmosphere is tense, with the forest growing darker as they move deeper into it. A glowing blue orb hovers in the air amidst a dense forest of towering pine trees. The orb is unnaturally bright, about 3 feet in diameter, but it does not cast light on the surroundings. The boys stand frozen in fear, their eyes wide as they stare at the orb. The dog stands beside them, growling lowly, its massive form tensed and ready to flee. The scene feels otherworldly, with an unnatural calm in the air. Suddenly, the large dog bolts in fear, running at full speed through the dark forest. The dog's large paws kick up dirt and debris as it crashes through trees and underbrush, completely panicked. The boys stand stunned, their flashlights barely illuminating the spot where the dog vanished. The blue orb still hovers in the distance, growing more ominous as the forest around them grows darker and more suffocating. The two boys turn and run through the dense woods, breathing heavily as they flee from the unseen presence following them. The trees blur around them as their footsteps pound against the ground. In the distance, shadowy figures move in the darkness, as if something is stalking them. The forest is alive with an eerie silence, broken only by the sound of their labored breathing and the faint rustling of leaves. Fear grips the boys as they continue their desperate retreat. The boys hold their flashlights up, but the beams are dim and flickering, barely penetrating the darkness ahead. The lights seem to weaken with each passing second, as if something is draining the energy from them. Shadows move in the corner of their vision, but every time they turn to look, there is nothing there. The oppressive darkness closes in around them, leaving them disoriented and terrified. As the boys stumble through the forest, one suddenly freezes, feeling something cold brush against his shoulder. He yelps, spinning around with his flashlight, but nothing is there. Behind him, the other boy flinches as he feels a tug on his shirt. Their faces are pale with terror, eyes wide as they look around in panic. The forest seems alive with unseen hands reaching out, toying with them in the darkness. The boys finally burst out of the dark forest and into a faintly lit country road. In the distance, the glow of warm, inviting house lights can be seen. Bozo, the large dog, waits for them, wagging his tail happily, seemingly unbothered by what just happened. The boys, however, are pale, sweating, and still shaken by the experience. Behind them, the forest looms ominously, its darkness impenetrable and filled with unseen danger. A wide shot of the dark, dense forest at night. The sky is black, and the forest is almost completely engulfed in shadow except for a faint blue glow deep within the trees. The camera slowly pans over the eerie landscape, giving a sense that the danger still lurks within. The scene feels mysterious and haunting, leaving the viewer with an unresolved sense of fear and curiosity.